What if I told you the next superpower may not be building more warships or more advanced missiles? It may be building a trade corridor. For decades, the global economy has revolved around one massive network, China's Belt and Road Initiative, a project that connected continents, linked hundreds of cities, and expanded Beijing's influence far beyond its borders. But today, a new challenger is beginning to emerge, a project that could have a 17 trillion impact on the global economy, a corridor connecting India, the Middle East, and Europe. It sounds almost impossible. How could a few ports, a few railways, and a network of transportation routes challenge one of the biggest geopolitical projects in modern history? And here's the bigger question. If this corridor succeeds, could it redefine global trade? Could it change the balance of power? And could it determine who leads the 21st century? Or is this simply another ambitious dream that will never become reality? For centuries, empires fought over oceans, sea routes, canals, and strategic choke points. Because whoever controlled trade controlled wealth, and whoever controlled wealth controlled power. Then everything changed. Global supply chains became fragile. The COVID-19 pandemic exposed their weaknesses. Wars disrupted them. Shipping crises created massive delays. And governments around the world reached the same conclusion. Depending on a single trade network is a dangerous strategy. For India, it meant finding a faster route to Europe. For Europe, it meant reducing dependence and making supply chains safer. And for Gulf countries, it meant becoming more than just energy exporters. This was not only about economics. It was, and that strategy needed a new map. So, a new question emerged. Instead of continuing to depend on existing trade routes, what if we built an entirely new one? In 2023, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, the European Union, France, Germany, Italy, and the United States announced a new project called the India Middle East Europe Economic Corridor, or simply IMEC. Is surprisingly simple. Cargo leaves India, crosses the Arabian Sea, arrives at ports in the Gulf, then moves across the Middle East through a network of railways, and finally reaches Europe through the Mediterranean Sea. Faster, more connected, and potentially more resilient against future crises. Along this route, no single country controls the entire corridor, and no single choke point dominates global trade. At least, that is the vision. Look at the world map. One detail changes everything. The Middle East sits directly between Asia, Europe, and Africa. For thousands of years, this region was the crossroads of civilizations. And today, it could become the crossroads of global trade. Saudi Arabia is investing billions into railway infrastructure. The UAE is expanding its ports and logistics hubs. India gains a shorter commercial connection to European markets, and Europe reduces its dependence on limited trade routes from the past. Suddenly, countries that were once known mainly for exporting oil could become the transportation bridge connecting three continents. In the modern world,
Infrastructure is not just concrete and steel. Infrastructure is power, and railways are no longer just a way to move goods. They have become tools of geopolitics. However, gives us an important warning. Building a corridor is much easier than convincing the world to use it. China spent decades building ports, railways, industrial zones, and creating deep and political relationships around the world. The Belt and Road Initiative did not become the world's largest infrastructure project overnight. It took years to reach its current influence. And now, IMEC faces enormous challenges: regional instability, political disagreements, massive construction costs, and the difficult task of coordinating multiple countries with differing interests. And there is one question that nobody can answer yet. Can these countries stay together long enough to complete a project of this scale?
Because is only the beginning. Making it profitable is the real challenge. But many people misunderstand what IMEC is really about. Is not to replace China's Belt and Road Initiative. The goal is to create another option. And those two things are very different. More routes mean less dependence, more choices. Create stronger supply chains. More competition creates greater economic security. This project is not only about railways. It is not only about ports. And it is not even only about containers. It is about reducing dependence. Because in geopolitics, having options can sometimes be just as valuable as having power. So, will this 17 trillion corridor really change the world? Maybe. But one thing is already clear. For the first time in decades, some of the world's largest economies are working together to build a new trade network across three continents, not by conquering territories, not by sending armies, but by connecting markets. And perhaps that is the most important message behind this project. The greatest competition of the 21st century may no longer be decided on battlefields. It may be decided on railways, inside ports, and along the trade corridors that quietly shape the future of the world. Next documentary: Why Every Superpower Wants Greenland.